One screw, Nate. One single screw. And this is all done. That has got to go in there. But that is the access to get a nut and a washer up in there.
There wasn't an access there.
That is now the access to get a nut and a washer in there. You're going to balance that on your pinky, nut and washer, and get it in there.
This is why your mother calls me.
No.
Is this cheating?
Doesn't matter, it's not going to work either way.
Casey, I freaking hate it when you're right, dude. God, you're so...
Should we mention the fact that there's already a nut in the bottom of the dash down there in that hole?
There's two.
Two?
There's two in there.
Let's go for 3.
I mean, I got a bigger drill bit. Oh, buddy. Come on, man. Some classic car kid's gonna be like, oh, just do this with a piece of welding wire and da-da-da-da-da-da.
Why do you sound like Mickey Mouse?
Because that's what the classic car guys sound like.
No.
Did it fall?
Yes. I saw it in that hole. It's right.
All this because I want there to be a lock washer on it. I lost the nut.
But you have the washer?
No, I have the nut and the washer now. I was saying I lost the washer. They're the nut that had the vibraty clippy thingy on it. So, if you could tell, this is how this entire project has gone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think I lost them both just now. Yep, they're both gone.
In the bottom of the dash they go.
Dude.
Why does my dash rattle?
If you weren't my friend, I would have kicked this thing out of here long ago.
I don't see what could be so complicated about a total half-breed, 5 different cars put into one.
That wasn't even the hard part, dude. This actually went just fine.
Until it came time to start it.
Even when it came time to start it, like, you know, the thing was... I took it for a test drive and I was like, nah, it's not right.
It ran though, right off the bat.
It did.
But here's the problem I found. Not only, this is what Nate just explained to me, so I learned this like 30 seconds ago. Not only is this car made out of multiple different vehicles, the engine assembly itself that was in it was multiple different vehicles and parts that weren't supposed to be together. Oh, you getting fancy. So, not surprised that that engine blew up, because who knows what other not supposed to be there parts were in that. So then putting this new one in, Nate has had the problem of finding all of these not supposed to be together parts in the engine assembly. And now there's one screw that's been going on, well, like the 15 minutes that I've been here.
I hate you. I hate you. Oh, come on, baby. So we got this all put back together before you started recording?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you were here. You weren't. And I was like, oh, this is an eye lock, and we can't get a wrench on the other side, so taking it back apart. Dang it, dude.
This has been a multi-step process. Our best bet that we can figure is they originally put that nut up in there to put all this together. Well, the dash was still out of this whole thing, but now that's in there and there's zero access to get to it.
The right thing to do would be to take the hood back off and put some riv nuts in it. But that screw doesn't come out. So you're in the same boat.
Oh yeah, because you pulled this off and like wiggled to the side and slid that out of there.
I had like do some wizardry to get the hood off.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't see what, you know. It's also,
oh, I got it!
Watch it slip right now.
I'm gonna tighten up.
You're gonna snap it. You're gonna snap it. Right as that last little bit goes snap.
Twist! You don't say that.
So is that officially done?
I'm gonna leave
That-
my drill in there too.
Yeah, why not? That was it. That's done.
If
Last.
this were my car, I'd put a black plug in that hole, but I know it's yours, so I'm not going to.
No, then I can just run my windshield washer squirter hose inside the car right there, and then I can refill my water while I'm driving. Done.
Even comes with a bungee cord.
Yeah, there's a few of them in there.
You know how long I've been adjusting this? The answer is yes. And it's tits. Alright, let's go wash this thing. Hey, I just found the nut in the lock washer!
You're kidding me.
No!
So they fall all the way to the inside?
Ta-da!
I thought they were going to be in some void in the dash forever.
Dielectric grease to your carpet. Thing needs some mirrors.
Yeah, it doesn't have any of those.
Alright, let's go blow it up. Here's all the fuel I've put in it, trying to figure out what's wrong with it.
Yeah, back out in front of the guy and get hit right now.
Exactly. Just get out of his way. What's this?
So this is my cruise control. You put it right there. It gives you a place to rest your foot on the throttle.
Okay, I thought that's what it was.
It's 100% what it is.
God dang it. I changed my pants.
I don't know what that means.
My wallet's in my other pants.
Oh. But why did he have to change his pants? Is the next question.
Can I leave now, car? Please? So, what do you predict you'll be calling me for tomorrow to tell me what's wrong with this thing?
Hopefully,
I've only put about 150 miles on it.
hopefully, I never have to talk to you again.
That really hurts my feelings.
About this motor. You didn't let me finish.
You stopped!
You cut me off completely.
I didn't say a word.
You completely cut me off.
Hopefully I never have to talk to you again.
About this motor. I was building a suspenseful pause, and you totally,
Whatever,
your impatient,
whatever,
your impatience
whatever.
ruined the mood again.
Whatever.
Hold on. There's our timer. We'll just leave it like that on the new motor.
That's not the right time though.
It's 0 miles.
That you've been in it.
Since it's complete when that screw got put in. We're not worried about the 100-something miles you drove it with no hood on it.
Okay.
It's now complete. It's like a full-on
That's the
motorcycle.
real e-bike.
Yeah.
Take a big old thick chassis bike and put a gas motor on it. Like that's a LS swap Tesla. Hood falls off.
Yeah. Wind goes. Yeah, there's no mirrors. Well.
Dude, I backed out of my driveway this morning with this thing at like 4:30. This is the best backup lights
Oh, they're
on
so bright.
anything.
Yeah, the backup lights are like laser beams out there,
Yeah.
just light up everything.
Right. So I just noticed the arrows are pointing the opposite direction.
What arrows?
Exactly, on the ground. It's because
To get into the car
It's
wash.
because nothing with this car has gone the right way. Not even the motor mounts.
Elite Fleet Automotive and Detail Service. Hey, you got to change your oil change stickers now. That's not quite valid anymore.
Made it blow up in the first place.
Yes.
I changed the oil.
Yeah, so we have a theory about why it blew up. We'll get to that. You stop at a way nicer distance than I do. Is it dripping?
I smelled burning oil when we were driving it. And
But we're both covered in oil, for one.
And I'm hot.
Two, we drove past a bunch of box trucks out there as we went by.
I love that you give me create the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
That I didn't f this up.
Yet.
So the other thing that I don't know if you've noticed, but this thing produces a lot of AC condensate.
No, because every time I drove it with the AC, it was the middle of summer when it's bone dry and there's no moisture in the air.
Okay.
Now we're finally switching to the time of year we got some bit of moisture in the air.
You know what a really convenient place to drain the AC condensate is?
Right on the exhaust.
Yeah. I was putting fuel in it this morning and it's like this big old puddle on the ground.
Yeah, no, I have not had it do that yet because like I said it was bone dry time when I had it. So we actually could leave that on there because it's so close to the mileage.
I'm fine with that. That one's only like 250 miles off. So
yeah, so what happened, we changed the oil in this thing before I went to try to go to Canada. I want to change oil before I went to Utah, but we didn't, neither one of us had time, so I just did, I'm like, oh, I'll do it, and then when I get back, it definitely needs an oil change. So we changed the oil before I went to Canada. And you even said, this is some really funky looking oil. It was like really goopy and really weird looking oil. Then we start the car up, warm it up, drove it around back, and it's like, sounds like there's a bearing going out, like one of the pulleys, or like a water pump bearing, or alternator or something. Couldn't figure out which one it was. We got the stethoscope out and put it on all of them, and it sounded like a dry bearing, but it sounded like that on every single bearing in that assembly. So we're like, maybe this motor just sounds like that, even though it didn't sound like that before. And then I made it 250 miles, and the engine blew up. Like, blew up. And I'm thinking, I'm not making accusations here, I'm thinking someone knew this engine did not have long left in life. Not this engine, that engine. And
this Jasper engine is probably not long for life either. At least it's got a good warranty.
I'm thinking someone dumped a whole lot of "save my engine please" in a can.
Can in a can, baby.
Into this oil to make it get some oil pressure back and run decent.
What's Matilda's dad use? Sawdust.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Matilda? You haven't seen Matilda?
No.
I'm not that old. All right. Anyway,
Okay.
Carry on.
Either way, I think someone dumped some rescue in a can stuff in this engine as much as they could. Got it to quiet down, do good. Sold the thing. It's all fine and great until we changed the oil and took all that stuff out of it. And then it was not so fine and great. Possibly. That might be what happened. It's my working theory at this point.
I see this coming off and dangling on the exhaust manifold and creating a Gavin fire.
A Gavin fire?
Yeah. Can we call it that?
Sure.
Please don't. No fires.
So either way, now it has a new motor in it, and yeah, I guess the oil change sticker is close enough to accurate. So did you change oil once already?
I changed it this morning.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you ran it, so like 100 something miles on it, and have changed oil,
Yeah.
and nothing else is leaking.
Yeah, and when I was changing the oil, the harmonic balancer, the front crank seal was leaking, and the whole problems that I was having was created by the thing, and it had the wrong balancer.
Again, on the old engine that had other issues as well, turns out had the completely wrong harmonic balancer on it, which led to the wrong one getting installed on this new engine,
Transferred it over.
which led to all of the timing problems that you've been fighting trying to figure out.
The thing was like, it was, I don't know, it was like how a timing creates a idle issue. I don't know. It's OBD1, man. Like, I'm sure there's 40 people out there that are just like, well, duh, like you didn't know
No,
that.
no, 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 no. This is YouTube. There's 10,000 people out there who tell you how dumb you are.
99% of them are idiots.
Yes.
They're probably nice people, but they're still stupid. You know, that's how the public is. But, you know, like, I don't know. I've had so many of those people come over to.
We're
like,
we're talking about the people who play know-it-alls on the internet. Not everybody who's watching this.
True. Okay. You know, I don't know. I'm frustrated.
Why are you frustrated? It's done.
I can't see it's coming back. There's gonna be a problem. Like I don't know. I'd love,
man, it's
I'd
just gonna
love
run and go.
I'd love to be optimistic like you are, you know, but now I really sound old. Like I've been doing this long enough to know that like if it didn't come from the factory, it's a piece of shit. And even the ones that come from the factory aren't 100% reliable. I don't know. I would jump in and drive it to Canada and then call you when it went 252 miles.
Yeah.
Well, she lives.
Thank you.
Please be nice to me. Everything else I work on for you fails.
Everything.
What are we at right now? I'm pretty sure everything. Because
No.
The throw-out bearing failed in the Ford Wrecker.
Yeah, it's sitting over here, and I brought that to pick this up. No, the black truck, after it gutted its own cooling system, you guys replaced it, and then it's leaking coolant.
Right.
It was not part of what you touched. It was something completely different. So that wasn't your fault at all.
Doesn't matter. The coolant that I put in it didn't want to be in there.
Yeah, but it started leaking later from a completely different part of the truck.
Right.
Not any of the stuff you guys did.
But still, I touched it. You know?
You did.
What else do we got?
Blazer.
The Blazer, yeah. So that thing's leaking. The picture you sent me.
Yeah.
It's leaking gear oil from where the pinion seal seals to the housing.
Not from the seal
from where the seal seals
yeah.
to the yoke. There's a pinion seal. I actually thought you were going to bring that, not your Drekker.
We can change things.
Well, I mean, it's here now, you know. I'll slam a clutch on that thing tomorrow.
Drive it and see what you think the sound is. Because maybe it's not even throw bearing. Maybe it's something you didn't even touch. Even though
the AC compressor. I touched that too that day.
Even though you touched the whole drivetrain.
No, we charged the AC that day too.
Oh yeah, that leaked out.
Yeah. Oh really?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's got to leak in it somewhere.
Sweet. I changed both the Schrader valves in this AC. So remember we charged it and then we took the hoses off and it was just spraying out of the...
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Willys Jeep's good. This is good. It's going to be great. Black Ram is good. Blazer's leaking a little bit of oil. But like I said, around the seal, not from the seal itself.
Yeah, right.
From not the seal is leaking.
Yeah.
What else vehicles do I have? Gray Dodge, doing great.
How is that thing?
Good.
Does it drive better?
Yeah.
I hate the way it drove.
Yeah,
and then when you told me, I forgot that we put the hydraulic steering on that thing.
Yeah.
It's like, that's why it pulls so bad.
Yeah, it's hydraulic steering.
Yeah.
But you guys did a whole bunch to that thing, and it's doing fine.
All you've done is drive it home and park it, but...
No, it's been my daily driver because this has been here, and my Ram's over there.
I don't like that at all.
Just use to flush the system out.
Like, look at it. It's like a campfire.
I wonder if this will catch it moving.
Dude, that's the heater core. That's heat causing that. I wonder if when you, like, because cylinder one, like, left the chat, like, we could see in through it.
Yeah, it was gone.
I wonder if before it opened itself externally, if it opened itself internally.
Pressure.
And got compression in there.
Oh, maybe.
And the very nice aluminum TIG welded radiator beat the heater core.
Possibly. So there's only two things.
I ain't afraid of no ghost. Like, I would put a heater core in this car. I don't know where we'll find it.
Yeah. Well, it's probably the Blazer setup.
No, it's vintage air.
Oh, yeah.
I would assume, I have no idea, I've never done a vintage air kit, but I would assume that whole air box is vintage air. It has a heater core and an AC evaporator in it.
Possibly. So we're keeping score here. This thing's fine. Black truck is fine. Gray truck is fine. The Wrecker's got a little growling noise in the transmission. And the Blazer's dripping a little oil. My Willys Jeep's fine.
Eventually.
So we're catching up.
Somebody came in here and was like, these these brass lug nuts or whatever don't match nothing on the car. Cool, man. Where's your car?
Yeah, because those are what's out of place on this whole thing. It's definitely not the winch up front and the roof that doesn't exist on these cars, or the four-wheel drive, the trail rated badges. Nope, it's those right there. That's what throws it all off. The casino carpet.
I wonder what those seats are out of. They have airbags though. I mean, like, go for Dodge, you know, having airbags and nice plush interior in the 30s.
I don't know where this carpet came from because I want to replace it with that same thing when it wears out.
Probably like Walmart.
Probably. So the Dodge is back in action. Huge thanks to Nate for getting it done. A lot of people would not want to take on a project like that. I don't know if he would again after this one. One problem, this being so many different vehicles and custom built together, you don't know what was done by who and how to make it all work. And in this case, it turned out, one thing none of us even thought of is the motor itself was actually multiple different vehicles put together and made to work together in a very weird way. You would think, so this was a long block. You buy the long block, it's the complete functioning motor. You take all your external parts off the old engine, put on the new one. There you go, you got your new motor. Turns out some of those external parts were not the correct one for the motor they were on, including the harmonic balancer, which is what you set all the timing by. How they made it work back then, I don't know, but pulled the harmonic balancer off the old motor, stuck it on the new one. You would assume it's the correct one since they're identical motors. Timing was off like 30 degrees, led to major problems in getting the thing timed and running correctly. But Nate, threw a lot of pulling his hair out and late night research and forums and stuff, figured it out, got it running, got the correct parts on. Now we're back to 100%. We're gonna have some fun with this thing. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks to Nate for figuring it out, and we'll see you next time.